Today's practice is over compound interest. For each question, find the interest and the amount, then circle the correct answer. You may use your calculator as long as you show your equations. Number 1. How much money will you have in 8 years if you invest $4,000 at 3% compounded annually? So we have some important information here. 8 years and you invest $4,000 and you are compounding at 3% interest. Now we need to figure out the compound interest formula. If you go into your Schoology folder and go through your course materials, you can see your Math 7 formula chart. And you see that the compound interest is right below additional information. It's the last one. So it's A equals big P parentheses 1 plus R close parentheses to the T power. So if you do that and just write it at the top, that can help you so that you don't have to go back and forth. All right, so now we need to figure out what P is. P is going to be the $4,000, the principal, the money that you start out with. The R is the rate, and the rate is always that percent, but it needs to be converted into a decimal. So if you roll that to the left 2 times, we know it's going to be 0.03, not 0.3. That would be 30%. And then we know that T would be the time in years, and it said that it was going to be invested for 8 years. So we have all of our information, but we need to plug it in. So I know that's going to be A equals the total amount, $4,000, parentheses, 1 plus 0.03, close parentheses, to the 8 power. So we do not have to do this mentally. That would take a long time, so I'm going to have you guys use a calculator. There are many calculators out there that you guys use, but I'm going to use the Desmos calculator, which is this green icon. And then it's very easy for us to just have that calculator right beside our equation by just putting it at a split screen like that. So now I'm going to plug that in. So 4,000 parentheses 1 plus 0.03 closed parentheses, and that A to the B button right there, right next to the 7 on the left side of the 7, is going to give you that exponent feature. And if you put 8, we have our answer very clearly, and it's 5,067.08. And that would be the total amount. That capital A stands for total amount. So I'm going to write my answer at the bottom right there. And this is in dollars. So I'm going to see if it was asking for the interest or the amount. It said, how much money will you have? So it's asking you how much in total money will you have after 8 years. So we do not have to take that extra step. We just have to find the total amount, and that would be $5,067.08. If you were to give me the interest for this one, all you would have to do is subtract that from the principal to calculate the interest. So if you do that real quick, it would be the $5,067.08 minus the principal, which is $4,000, and that would go over here, 1,067.08. But we know that for a fact that our final answer is going to be the $5,067.08. Number 2, what interest is earned over 3 years on an investment of $5,000 compounded annually at 5%? So the same thing here. We know that the P is going to be 5,000. The R is going to be 0.05. T is going to be 3. And then I'm just going to plug it into our formula. And we know that it's going to be 0.05 to the 3rd power. And then if we just plug that onto our calculator, I'm going to go to the next row. 5,000 parentheses 1 plus 0.05 to the 3rd power. And that gives you $5,788.13. And that's going to go right over here. And then it's asking you what interest. So this time we need a second step. So I am not going to circle that answer. I need to take that the second step, and I'm going to subtract the principal, which was 5,000, just so that we can know how much interest was added on to it. And we know that's going to be $788.13. And I want you guys to circle this like that. Number 3, Skylar invests $1,000 into an account that earns 3% compound interest. How much money will she have after 2 years? So again, the P is going to be $1,000. The rate is going to be 0.03. The T is going to be 2. And then all we're going to do is plug it right in. 1,000, 1 plus 0.03 to the second power. And if we just use our calculator once again, 1,000, 1 plus 0.03 to the second power. And that gives you $1,060.90. And we know that's going to go over here. And we're going to go back to the question to see if we answered our question. Skylar invests, so how much money will she have after the 2 years? That is asking for the total. So the total amount would be that, and that would be our final answer. But if we were to figure out what the interest was, just so that we have it there, we know that we just have to subtract it, and that would give you $60.90. Number 4, you borrow $1,500 from the bank. The bank is going to charge you 5% compound interest. How much will you have to pay back after 5 years? So I have the principal as $1,500. The time or the rate is going to be 5%, so 0.05. T is going to be 5. And then I'm going to plug in my numbers into our formula. And that would be 1,500. 1 plus 0.05 to the 5th power. And that gives you 1,914.42. And that would go right over here. And then our question, how much will you have to pay back? That's asking for the total, so that is going to be the correct answer for our final answer. And then if we wanted to just calculate the interest, we would have to subtract again by the principal, and that would give you $414.42. Number 5, Mia deposits $15,000 in an account with a 7% interest compounded annually. How much will Mia's account balance be after 15 years? So how much will it be after 15 years would just be the compound interest again. And I know that the P is 15,000. The R is going to be 0.07. T is going to be 15 years. And then we're just going to do the same thing and just plug it right in to our formula. And then it looks like it's going to be a big number. So I'm going to use my calculator again. 15,000, 1 plus 0.07, close parentheses, to the 15th power. And that gives you $41,385.47. So that would be the total amount that she is going to end up with in her account balance after she invests. But let's see if it was asking for the total amount or just the interest. It says, how much will Mia's account balance be after 15 years? So that is asking for the total. So it's going to be $41,385.47. But if we wanted to see how much interest she earned, we're going to just subtract that. And it looks like it's going to be 26,385.47. Number 6, Cole borrows money to buy a $9,000 car. The interest rate on the loan is 4.5% compounded annually. The loan is for 3 years. How much does Cole owe in total? So the P is going to be $9,000. The rate is going to be 0.045. T is going to be 3. And then I'm just going to plug it into our formula. And then use our calculator again. So 9,000, 1 plus 0.045 to the 3rd power. That gives you $10,270.50. So I know that's going to be the total amount. And then I'm going to go back to the question. It says how much in total. So that gives it away, and that is our final answer. But if I were to look for the interest real quick, I know I can just quickly subtract that from the principal, and we know that's going to be $1,270.50. And that would be it.